Welcome everybody. How's everybody doing today? Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. All right, put down the chat. Where you guys coming from? What do you guys do? Where you guys want to go? What's your biggest why? Okay. Awesome, awesome. Welcome, welcome everybody. Good to see you guys. Good to see you. Okay, please turn on your camera. Chicago's in the house. All right, Chicago. Chicago's a great market too. I see you, Gloria. Good to see you, Tyroy. Good to see you. Thank you for turning your camera. Go the iPhone, okay. Welcome, Diane, Liz, Deborah. Thank you for turning your iPhone. All right, David. That's near. I see you guys. If you guys turn your iPhone, it'll be great. Artira Go too. Good to see you, Linda, Patricia. Okay. A lot of other people too. Over Washington D.C. All right, awesome. My wife from D.C. Love it. All right. Deborah from Georgia. Okay. Yeah, I grew up in the South, so I've been kind of been everywhere. But yeah, welcome, 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 welcome. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys, everybody. You guys are looking good, looking amazing. So just want to acknowledge you guys here. And what's your biggest why? The most importantly, oh, Dallas, awesome. I actually live in Dallas for 10 years. Okay, you know very well. But yeah, what's your biggest why, guys? Why are you here? Okay, that's the most important thing. We are here because of your why. Is it your family? Is it your business? Is it your son, daughter, parents? Who is it you want to take care of? Imagine, everybody take a moment right now, you know, imagine, put your hand on your heart if you can, imagine 6 months from now making whatever that amount, 10, 20, 30,000 a month passive income from 10 houses. Why don't you guys think big, okay? 10 houses, 6 months from now. How you feel? What will you do for your family? Making 10K a month, 20K a month, 30K a month, 40K a month, whatever it is for you. 50K a month even, okay? A legacy for a grandchild. Awesome. Give a hand for that. Deborah, yes. Yes. It's not about us. It's about the legacy we leave behind, right? And nothing is better than living for our grandkids, right? So, yes, absolutely. What is it, guys? What's your biggest why? You know, one of my whys is to travel around the world, live on the beaches of the world all over. We literally just got here at another beach here, and it's absolutely gorgeous. We have the beach on one side, we have the marina on the other side right now. It's breathtaking, breathtaking. Me and my wife, my little puppy, okay, traveling around the world. We just got back from Costa Rica for 3 months. The way that we travel, now we book a one-way ticket to a country, and how long we like it, that's how long we're gonna stay, okay? That's a good goal to have, right? And that's what we did, and that's what we do. So, and last year we went to the Olympics in Paris, right? And but it's not about us, it's about you, what you can do for your family, right? I just want to inspire you quick that if an immigrant boy from Vietnam with no English, no background, no relationship here, pretty much, you know, can do this, you can do this as well, right? I mean, I didn't even know English and I was 10 years old, okay? That's how, you know, we know anything, pretty much. We come over here and live in the ghetto for the longest time, okay? So anyway, freedom to travel, spend more time with kids, travel around the world, awesome. Gloria, travel around the world and legacy, amen, amen. So providing shelter to homeless people, all right, all right. Yes, 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 I love it, I love it. Love it, get out of hand. You know, it's not about us, it's about who we can help, right? It's about who we can help, okay? Fantastic, fantastic. Okay. Okay. So, we're gonna get going here, all right? The most important thing here is what is your biggest why, okay? And we're gonna talk about why is corporate housing the best way to do business, why this is the number one way for you to capitalize on the number one industry, the number one strategy in the new world right now, okay? The world of AI, the world of whatever we are in, okay? It's 2025, can you believe it? It's crazy, huh? But don't worry, okay? I'm here to give you, this is the best strategy out there. And how I went from a trapped corporate slave to absolute freedom with corporate housing, without owning employees, without owning properties, have any employees, or real estate experience as well. You know, you don't need any of this. All you need is to be coachable. Number one, have a great attitude. What's number two? Great attitude. What's number one? Be coachable. Okay, that's all you need. And number three is being a giver. Okay, you can accomplish all those three, the sky's the limit, right? Awesome. So I will do everything in my power to make it worth your while today. That's my promise to you. Okay, I will stay to the end. The longer you stay, the more I can give you. The more you participate, the more I can give you. The more I know that you're serious, the more that I can, you know, I feed off of your energy. Okay, so can you just commit for the next hour here in yourself? Commit to you, commit to your family, commit to your dreams, your goal, right? Who here is committed? Okay, to your dreams, your goal, right? So that's all I'm asking for, is your undivided attention and be coachable. That's it. Okay, there's nothing to sell today. Put your credit card away. I'm not trying to sell you anything right now at all today. Okay, so just forget about that. Focus on learning. I'm all about adding value, you know. So I'm gonna give you as much value as I can. For the past 20 years, I have traveled the world literally, and I invested over $1 million into my mindset and my strategy. $1 million into my mindset and my strategy. Okay, so to give you what I'm giving you today. Okay, so I'm gonna compress my decades of experience as entrepreneurs, learn from the billionaires, like whether I was on the yacht with Grant Cardone, playing poker with him, or jumping in the cold lunch with Tony Robbins at one of his mansion, or play chess with Sir Richard Branson on his own island. Literally, the guy on the island worth about $400 million, and he worth about $5 billion. What are you gonna say when you sit next to a guy like that? It was incredible. Sir Richard Branson is a life changer. All these things I will pass down to you. Okay, I discovered the one vehicle that helped me get absolute financial freedom. Not just talking about money, I'm talking about time freedom. You know, a lot of people have money freedom, but what about the time? You're able to do whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do it. And relationship freedom with whoever you want to do it with. Okay, and lastly, location freedom. Can you do this around the world, right? If you want to know where you end up, just ask your mentor, hey, can you take off 3 months and fly to Costa Rica like we did, you know? Or like last year we took off 2 months and fly to Paris, Santorini, Greece, Cancun, all of that within one trip, right? Can they really do that? Or every month we're going on a trip, you know, can they really do that? You know, if not, you might want to seek new mentors, okay? You might want to have a new community. That's why we are here. Because who you hang out with you is who you're going to become, okay? All my mentors have accomplished this and much more, okay? All my billionaires mentor here literally travel around the world. I learn from the right people and I refuse to give up, right? And they have people lying out their door to pay them over $1 million a year to learn from them. Like that's like they're on a wait list. That's how much these are like the Solomons, if you will, of our time right now. So, but anyway, to show you what's possible, it's not just about me, it's about what I created in the community. So for example, these two students met within the community, they team up, they open up 2 corporate housing within a couple of months, made 6-figure income. Who in here want to make that? Okay, that was easy, right? Why not? Why does it have to be hard? Why does everything have to be hard, right? I mean, with the right community, with the right strategy, with the right mentorship, boom, you can get to where you want to go super fast, right? Oh, and by the way, one of these individuals make as much of her full-time job with these 2 corporate housing as a full-time job, literally working 50 hours a week. And these 2 houses only take her like a couple hours a week. I mean, what's the difference, right? The biggest difference is you understand passive income and active income, because you have 3-month booking, like Sunny over here, 3-month pay up front, right? Who don't want to get paid up front, okay? How many here are moms and dads, right? My heart go out to you. Like literally, I don't know how you guys does it, you know, with kids and working full time like these mom, you know, we guys have it easy, okay? So, like for example, these 2 mom come up to me and like, hey, how am I gonna do this? We have little kids working full time. How am I gonna have time to do anything? I'm like, don't worry, follow the system, follow the community, and within months, they literally replace the income they make over 20, 30,000 a month and travel around the world and retire. And actually one of them end up having twins after that, right? Because, once you have fun, you relax, you travel, you start popping out more babies, which is awesome, right? And that's what we're all about, is family time, right? The most important thing, okay? So my goal for this training is to show you how to make six figures beyond Airbnb that nobody else is teaching, okay? Corporate housing, insurance housing is the way, and I'm like the only person that actually teach this, okay? Everybody else teaching Airbnb and all of that, and I'm like, that's not the best way to go, okay? that is okay, but it's not the best, right? And I will share you how. The best way is for corporate housing, insurance housing, okay? And I am like the OGs in this, very much. Where I started this, a long time ago. Airbnb 15 years, corporate housing about 10 years ago. I went on social media and I was like the first one who really tell people about this and went viral like many years ago. And since then we won a lot of awards, help a lot of individuals like you. So anybody from a 15 years old to 70 something years old, from high school kids all the way to people who own 80 houses literally, right? So, and anywhere in between. So anybody can learn from this, anybody can do this. And our text is get rid of any limiting belief that you have. Because my story, I'm going to dive into a little bit here. We have a lot of limiting belief. It's immigrant from Vietnam. We didn't have anything, no English, we literally slept on one mattress, me, my mom, my dad, and my sister for many, many years in the ghetto, okay? The ghetto, literally. And I was like, how am I going to make it? So we heard that, the American dream, become a doctor, lawyer, engineer. How many heard that, right? Get a good paying job. So that's what I did, I thought that's the way, that's what I did. So I sacrificed everything to do that. And finally, I graduated, okay? Fast forward. For decades of ramen noodles, dollar menu, McDonald's, $5 Walmart chicken, right? I finally graduated, sleep on the basement of the cold winter in Utah, right? So I thought I made it. I finally graduated, like, hey, mom, dad, I'm gonna take care of you, don't worry about a thing. I got, I'm a doctor now, etc. Next thing I know, I thought I made it, and then even my mom was diagnosed with cancer at the time, and then it's like I got to try all kind of businesses to make this work and take care of her, okay? So I try everything since then, since 10 years old, pretty much. Try drop shipping. How many try drop shipping? E-commerce, right? Multi-level marketing, okay? Put some license partners in the chat, or, day trading, right? Open up traditional restaurant or traditional dry cleaner, salons, whatever, right? Multi-family, be a realtor, traditional real estate, all of the above. I tried everything. All of these are great, they do work, except they are all active income. They have one thing in common. What's that? They are active income. You're trading your time for money, which is the worst trade in the world, guys. I don't care how much they pay me, right? They pay me 6-figure income as a doctor. But hey, I was working, slaving away 40, 50 hours a week, driving an hour's work, an hour home. Don't even have lunch break. Like, it's just crazy, right? So I was like, this is not the way to go, right? This is not sustainable. You get it? I'd rather have my life back, okay? How many feel that way, right? So these model right here, everything else out there, even though they can say it's passive, blah, blah, but it's really not, okay? You know that, right? Drop shipping, e-commerce, you ever try it? It's like you sell an item, you make 20 bucks. Well, how many of those items for you to make 10,000 a month? Let me do the math. That's like 500 items. That's 500 customers, 500 transactions, 500 billing, 500 everything. It's just too much, okay? And then AI is hacking everything as well, right? And AI is not making it easy, okay? And all of these, and you're competing against the whole world. They can make stuff in Asia, India for like 10 times cheaper, and you gotta source everything and bringing them over here, and it's just a whole mess. And now with the tariff, I mean, good luck with that, okay? Multi-level marketing is like, contacting all your friends and family until you don't have any more friends and family, okay? That's what I did, all right? Or go stalk people at the mall, the 3 foot rule. You heard about that? If they come in 3 foot of you, talk to them, okay? And there's gotta be a better way than just stalking people and calling bugging family and friends, guys, okay? Day trading, okay? I made hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then I thought it was genius. Everybody made money before in the market, thought you were a genius, right? Next thing I know, I lost it all, okay? And then some, right? And I did that several times until I got to my head, oh, wow. The reason why I lost because I'm one man who fighting an institution of professionals that of the brightest and their full-time job, hundreds of them, to take money out of our pocket. It's retail trader. I mean, come on, like even Michael Jordan, guys, I'm a big fan, right? Even him can he really win a basketball game playing by himself against another professional team? No, okay? Why do you and I think that we can beat the market playing by ourselves? I mean, that's ludicrous, okay? These are trained professional ninjas that been just their full-time job, 10 years dedicated, hundreds of them combining to take your money. So do yourself a favor, get out of the market. Don't try to day trade, okay? That's the long story short of that. Franchise restaurant, that's like the toughest thing out there, okay? If you're over in traditional business, you understand, okay? The overhead is insane, okay? Labor, hiring, firing, insane, right? Too much overhead, too much money for very little income. I spent over $400,000 to open that restaurant, and you know what I got? I got a pretty much a minimum wage job, paying $50K a year, managing a bunch of teenagers. Nothing wrong with teenager, but it's the hardest thing to manage. Y'all know what I'm talking about? You have little kids? Okay, there you go. All right, so multifamily, that's cross out of that list. Okay, multifamily, you know about, people who like say they have like hundreds of units, or they tell you that, hey, you can get into buy one deal, hundreds of units, you'll be good, Well, do you know how hard it is to get into a multifamily 100-unit deal? It's like, I don't want to say impossible, anybody can do it, but it's 100 times harder than what I'm about to show you today, okay? Being a realtor, traditional real estate, y'all a realtor, traditional real estate, mortgage lender, loan processor, all that, it's great, okay? The challenge with that is still active income, and you're depending on the market, on regulations that you don't really have control over, and also you're working nights and weekend, okay? I don't know about you, but I don't want to work nights and weekend the rest of my life, okay? But if you are a realtor, this is a great fit for you in the beginning to start building your clientele, and I will show you that as well, how you do that as well, okay? So I was frustrated, I was burned out, and I was trapped. I was working 60 plus hours a week, lost, miserable, and rock bottom, right? But that's where it's when I met somebody gave me the epiphany. The epiphany is, hey, what if I could leverage other people's property I don't even own and scale to financial freedom? Leverage other people's property, guys, that's the key, right? And then you can scale to freedom. Why? Because there are unlimited amount of properties out there you can leverage. Make sense? And why spend all your time, money, and energy buying a house, fixing it up, then rent it out for a few $100, where you can leverage somebody else already doing that? They have their nest egg, save up, buy a house, renovate it, get ready to go, and then you come in and literally just partner up with them, and I will show you how to do that and make money. Both, passive income, okay? Here, who in here want more help, all right? If y'all want a one-on-one consultation call with me, I only open 5 spots for this event. That's it, okay? You can literally win a 1-hour consultation call with me as a way for me to give back to the community. Thank you for your loyal following. Some people follow me for many, many years, through thick and thin. I really appreciate that. So with that, the best gift I can give anybody, guys, is my time. My wife knows that, right? I protect it like a hawk, okay? Time is all that life is made out of. So me just give somebody an hour of my time, I gotta really, really like them and really value them, okay? So with that being said, if you want my help with that, 1 hour free, no consultation, no string attached, you got to apply. The link is in below. I cannot take everyone, but you have the right, if you are coachable, if you have the right attitude and you're a giver and you have the right fit, then I will give you that 1 hour. You can book with me. And when those hours are gone, it's gone. I'm sorry, I only have one of me, right? So, but rest assured, you can at least get 30 minutes from one of my top advisors. We have some of the best advisors in the industry as well. Okay, so either way, just book a fraud, just book a call. I mean, you got nothing to lose, right? And everything to gain. Okay, when I first started, if I have a mentor, somebody that have done it 10, 20 years ahead of me that tell me, hey, you can actually get an hour with them, I will fly all over the world, pay hundreds of thousands of dollars just to be with them. Okay, little one time I drove through the snowstorm and almost like froze in the middle of the highway. Thank you for AAA for saving my ass. Saving my life for real. So, but anyway, that's you gotta be hungry for success, guys. Hungry for success, okay? And when you have that burning desire and hunger for success, you're gonna do whatever it takes and you achieve it. That's it, okay? And then they call you lucky one day, that they call me do, or they call me overnight success, okay? They don't see all the years that we sacrifice to get there. Anyway, the link's in the chat. You guys want that? That's the only offer I make. That's it today, okay? And it's totally free. So okay, so y'all just relax, all right? Just learn, invite other people, and focus on your dreams, your goal. That's what I care about, okay? So the old model is exchanging your money for a dollar, right? A salary is even worse. And what they tell us put money into a safe place, you know, retirement account, IRA, 401k, whatever RA they come up with these days. And then they tell us that, hey, maybe 50 years from now, it's gonna be a huge amount, and maybe you can still be alive and you still be healthy to enjoy it. And anybody have questions why, you know, while you are slaving away, all these hedge funds manager are driving Ferrari, eating caviar, and flying helicopter, and they're in their 20s, and they tell you to put money in a safe place so that way by your 70s you can enjoy it? Does that make any sense? Like, you know, don't you want to be free? Don't you want to have all these amazing, nice experiences in your 20s and 30s, right? Well, hello, the plan is wrote for them, not for you, okay? They want us to just keep on slaving away, put money away. You cannot save your way to wealth, guys. Get it out of your head. I learned this from the billionaires, you know? You just cannot save your way to wealth. You got to invest your way to wealth. And there are the greatest investment. Number one is God, right? Number two is in yourself. Number three is in other people, okay? Number four is in real estate. And number five is business, okay? Business and real estate, about number four, the same, okay? Whether you know that's the truth, okay? Whether you believe it or not, just look at all these billionaires on the wall here that I get to hang out with. They all have the same thing that they invest in. Number one, definitely, you know, into themselves, right? Number two, into other people. Number three, you know, into real estate and businesses. That's it. You gotta invest, guys, okay? So, and you gotta take matter into your own hands. You wanna don't give out control. Like these people, they give their money away and all of that. And guess what? There's a prepayment penalty to take money out of your own money. Does that make any sense? No, right? And then for it to make any money, you got to keep it for 30, 40 years. I mean, who knows if we're going to be here even 10 years from now, even 30, 40 years. I mean, man, you know, why do that to yourself? I don't know. The new model, you want to create an equitable, scalable business model where you do not directly exchange your time for money. You want to earn money while you sleep, guys. Earn money while you sleep, okay? And then you want to continue to reinvest into your business for years to come. And then you have multiple streams of income in direct proportion to the value you provide to the marketplace, not your time or your hard work. That's a lot. Let me break this down to you, okay? Take a screenshot of this, share this with other people. The Holy Grail to financial freedom. What's the Holy Grail to financial freedom, guys? Put down in the chat. The Holy Grail to financial freedom is not your time or your hard work, because if that is it, y'all all know people who work hard. Y'all all know people who overwork, overtime, and are they rich? No, right? The way to financial freedom is multiple sources of income backed up by real estate. Write that down, real estate. That's the true passive income. This has been done thousands of years. That's why kings are king, lords become lord, dukes become duke, because they own land that create passive income for them, while the peasants slaving away in the plantations. You know, not too much difference now. They call them corporate America now, you know? Okay, so just remember that. So you want to have multiple sources of income backed up by real estate, okay? Now, how do you get there if you don't have, if you wasn't born with silver spoon in your mouth, right? I did, you know? The best way you can get there is to leverage somebody else's real estate. You get it? Leverage somebody else's real estate and make it a win-win for them. I'm not talking to take advantage of them, make it a win-win for them, okay? This is not traditional real estate where you're trying to buy somebody distressed property and buy for 50%, you know, while they're in distress, okay? Not taking advantage of them. No, I'm not taking advantage of people. I'm giving them value. We're finding frustrated, burnout landlord that we can partner up with, creating value by corporate housing, adding value by adding furniture, adding utilities, adding our connections, adding our touch, our hospitality to make it a business. Does that make sense, guys? Okay, so it's adding value to existing value. That's how you can leverage other people, make it a win-win for everybody. Sounds good? Okay, everybody talking about leveraging other people's money, and that's great, but not many people know about how to leverage other people's property, which can be millions of dollars. Okay, you literally can leverage somebody on millions of dollars property by knowing what we know are our connections, get them corporate clients, and then you create an equitable, scalable business where you do not directly exchange your time for money. You want to make money in your sleep. Write that down. I'm going to make money in my sleep. Okay. The biggest way, the best way is this business to make money in your sleep. Does that make sense? Okay. So the hallway is on your own, right? It's really confused about picking the right location, staff, hospitality experience. I lost thousands of hours, probably hundreds of thousands of dollars. I had to close down more than 10 of these, corporate housing before, okay? So because I had no mentor, I had no support group, I had no help with all the little stuff that come up with this, okay? But even with that, I scaled to 20-something corporate housing, Airbnb, and make 6 figures within months. So with that being said, why is this different? Number one, the clients stay for months instead of days. That right there reduces your workload by 30 times, okay? The average stay for us is 3 to 6 months. You guys hear me? 3 to 6 months, guys, okay? The average stay, 3 to 6 months, not 3 to 6 nights. So if the stay is 3 to 6 months, what do you really got to do in those 3 to 6 months? Not much at all. You guys got me? Not much at all, okay? So nothing, pretty much. Because when was the last time you want to talk to your landlord? Okay, right? Nobody want to talk to the landlord. You guys leave me alone, right? I love that because that means where else can you get a client? They don't need to talk to you, okay? They don't want to talk to you, but they're gonna wire you monthly income. Where? What other business? Tell me. No other business except real estate. You see? That's why it's truly like really passive income. And you make the money of the short-term game with long-term stay. A little bit like with the security of the long-term rental and with the profit of the short-term rental is where the mid-term rental lies, where corporate housing, insurance housing lies. This is the best of both worlds. Does that make sense? And you make 2 times the market rent while minimize management. Oh, one big caveat here. The biggest problem with real estate is what? Tenant squatting or eviction. Take forever, right? Damaging the property. Well, guess how many evictions we had to do with corporate housing, insurance housing for the past 10 years, managing hundreds of properties and helping students make hundreds of properties happen. If your guess is less than 10, you're right, okay? I mean, if you're thinking about it, even if it's just 10 or 100 will be okay. One eviction per student or per 10 properties. Would that be all right for the past 10 years? Yeah, but with us, it's actually 0, okay? Believe it or not, that's crazy, right? I couldn't believe it until I really experienced it. Because, why? Because the last thing the company or the insurance company wants is a lawsuit against them, right? Or some big complaint with the big bureau, right? No, they want to. I mean, it's not that much for them. 20, 30,000 might be a lot to you, but for a big company, it's like a drop in the bucket. Okay, they'd rather just pay that. If their employees damage the property, they just pay that. Boom, and everybody's happy. Go their way, right? So that's what I'm talking about. So also it's 10 times less management than Airbnbs. Y'all in here have Airbnb's vacation rental? Oh my goodness, I used to have 20 something vacation rental. I mean, I was like used to pull my hair out, okay? It's crazy, all right? So the reason why is every few days they check in, they check out, and it's nuts, right? But for us, literally every few months, right? So 10 times less management, 10 times more freedom, okay? 10 times less risk, 10 times less headaches. Because this is a business to business, not business to consumer. You guys get it? Business to business, B2B. That's where it's at, okay? Escape a lot of regulations and a lot of tax exempt, okay? That's why we have built this community for a reason, okay? You can escape a lot of regulations and you have a lot of tax exempt, all right? Now, disclaimer, we are not financial legal advisor. We can't give tax legal advice. It's not financial legal advice, okay? All right. So midterm is anything longer than a month. Shorter term is anything less than a month, okay? Midterm is tenants are professionals. They stay for a long time. They are mom and pop sometime. By what I mean by that is insurance families that are actually homeowners. So they are very, very responsible people, okay? And they have insurance paying for their stay, you see? And then short-term rental is tenants are commonly vacationer, right? So tenants are, partier, drug, alcohol, you name it. I've done it all, okay? And then you continuously require management at the stay. This one is way, way less management, way, way less management because the stay is for months, make sense? Just the management, the supplies alone, you save hundreds of dollars a month, $400 or $500 a month, easy, okay? By just converting to midterm. So what is the difference between owning versus renting? Okay, so when you own, when you buy, you require a lot of capital to start. A lot of the location is permanent unless you literally sell the property. But when you rent, you only need first month rent, first month deposit, that's it. You don't need to, you don't need to put a down payment, right? For the same amount of down payment, you can do 10 arbitrage, right? Okay, and it's very flexible. So for one house, instead of buying the property for one house, you can do 10 arbitrage or subleasing. Arbitrage is a fancy word of the difference between one price and another price, which is the same thing as subleasing in our industry, okay? So for the same amount of investment, would you rather have 10 houses or one house make you money? 10, right? That's why I do, like 10, of course. Would you rather have that 10 house make you money now, or you want to wait like 20 years to buy them, fix them up? Of course now, right? So that's why it's 10 times faster, 10 times easier. And then there's another one, another strategy, even more less risk, which is you can co-host or manage other people's property with zero money down. You hear me? That's ridiculous, right? So what's the financial freedom formula? Month one, do one property, make 2K a month. Month two, you do 2 more property, now you're 6K. Month three, you do 2 more, now you're 10K. In 3 months, you make 10K a month. You do this in 6 months, you make 20K a month. Boom. Imagine yourself 6 months from now, make at least 10, 20, 30K a month. What will you do? Where will you go? Who will you help? In 10 years, if you do nothing else, that's $2.6 million, guys. That's, you put that baby in a trust fund and make money for generations to come, right? That's legacy. You guys get it? And more importantly, it's not about the money. It's about, this is not one source of income. This is 10 sources of income, 10 different houses, you see? So even if one of them burn down or lose, you have 9 of them make you 18, 20K a month. Instead of 20K a month, you make 18K a month. Is that all right? Okay, you get it? But if you have a job, and knock on wood, but if you can't perform, you lose your job, the market change, that's 100% of your income. Who's gonna take care of your family? You see what I'm saying? So for every $1,000 of passive income, I would trade for $10,000 active income any day. because active income is very limited. You can only have one job and you can only have 40-hour work week. You cannot have like, you're gonna burn out real quick if you go 60 hours or more. Can't sustainable, you see? But this is pretty much like an hour a month per property, guys. That's how much once you set it up, it's just an hour a month. That's it. Maybe a 4 hour a month, big deal, okay? But hey, it's very, and then you can manage, once you scale 10, you can hire people, manage everything for you. And that's another level. That's what I'm trying to tell you, okay? All right, so what other Airbnb gurus I'm telling you, a lot of Airbnb call them gurus now. And a lot of them like only started for a few months or a few years, right? A lot of these kids out there, and they tell everybody vacation rental, Airbnb is the way. Anybody who tell you that, hey guys, just remember COVID. Remember 9/11. All the vacation rental shut down overnight. Okay, so when you're doing vacation rental only, that's you're building a castle on sand. Remember that. There's gonna be another crazy thing gonna happen every 10 years. It's gonna wipe it all away. During COVID, the billion-dollar company shut down overnight. Okay, my company survived and thrived not because I'm great, because I did mostly corporate housing. Okay, and they actually benefit from all that because they stay and the project got delayed and they extended. And the extension are like free money, guys. Literally, what you gotta do for extension? Nothing. And guess how many percentage of us extend versus vacation rental? Vacation rental is shut down. Why? Because what's the first thing people cut during a recession, during tough time? Is it vacation or is it going to work? Of course, vacation, right? You hear me? Corporate housing, they still have to show up to work to make the money. Insurance housing, they have to have a home while their home getting renovated. It's a necessity, not a want. How many here get that? Okay? So this business is a necessity, not a want. Vacation rental is a want, not a necessity. You get it? That's the first thing people cut. All right. So corporate arbitrage, low investment, high return, you understand that. So we're gonna discuss the 4-step method with us. This is how you get to where you wanna go. First, find the right location. A, ask to sublease. S, set up to stand out. T, tap into corporate clients, okay? So we're gonna share with you all of that, okay? But before we move on to that, let me share with you a real quick testimonial video, so that way you understand where we come from, and also you see other people's experience, and you have your chance to ask your questions. So now is a good time for you to ask your questions now in the chat while I share with you this testimonial. Okay. You own a house. You should. Oh, awesome! Yeah. You can use what we have, all our connections to get corporate clients. All of our strategy, we analyze the deal for you, make sure all the pricing strategy and everything, and also our connections for you to get corporate clients. And then you can use that to go out there and to get 10 more houses. Okay. Yes, saving a family, legacy, amen. Homeless, yes, freedom, travel. Legacy, awesome, love it. Okay, fantastic. Where do you get the corporate clients? Great question. So there are many ways corporate clients come from. A lot of platform, all the connections that we have. Some example corporate clients are like construction company, IT company, medical professionals, insurance, housing, where family go through a disaster or going through renovations of their home, right? So they all need that, okay? So we have many different ways for you to get corporate clients. And most importantly, it's a collective intelligence of hundreds of my members test out all kinds of different markets for you. So not just one market, one client, right? It's the collective intelligence of hundreds of my members. So boom, that's how we're able to get you the resource list, the connection list, and that's how you're able to get corporate clients. So check out this.
I'm officially leaving my pharmacist career, the job, next month. I'm gonna be drafting my resignation letter. Well, I have other business endeavor as well. So in addition to that, I'm going to focus on that, and then the corporate housing.
That is awesome. How much are you making now?
About on average $20,000. Last month was my biggest month. Of course, I grossed $50,000.
Wow.
30%.
How long did it take you to get there?
9 months now.
How long did it take you to make promises?
Forever.
I actually got 2 appointments on Tuesday for 2 houses.
Nice.
And I made a personal goal to at least get 8 houses before the end of the year. And I'm going to do everything I can to beat that number.
That's $20K a month, baby. Let's go.
Started 5 months ago, and since then, an average of 1 every month. I'm at 6 right now. Just talked to another landlord last night. Looks like we'll probably sign number 7 here next week. It's exciting.
All right. How much are we making with this?
About 12,000 a month.
1,000 a month. Yeah. So peaceful, man. Look at this guy. He's glowing. He's glowing. He got money all over his face, man.
I've been doing about 1 a month, but I think in the next 12 months, I want to do 20 in the next 12 months.
I'm
a realtor in San Antonio. Life before was good, but life now is great. I started in mid-May or something like that. Got my property in June. Took about 2 weeks, furnished it, launched it. Less than 24 hours after that, I got a booking, and I've been 100% booked ever since.
Let's go. And how much profit are you making on that property per month?
I net about $3K a month from that property.
Yeah, you're not really doing much of anything, right?
Yeah, I'm not doing nothing. The network you provide, man, the tools you provide, people we're around, we teach us so much knowledge, man.
I met Dr. Chau at one of the Tony Robbins events, and he told me about this business, so I decided to take action right away. My wife really loved this idea. It took me about a couple weeks. I got the place fixed up. It looked good. The first house, I averaged about $7,000 profit.
A month, by the way.
A month. I really like the program. Everything is good. I'm working on my second property. It's just that because I've been doing it for 3 months. So if I would have had 3 houses, I probably would have had another 50K or something in my pocket. It's good money, easy money. You'll be in some beach somewhere and just getting paid, so that's cool.
I am a student with Dr. Chau's mentorship. We finally got our rentals, our arbitrage, so everything's going good. We got our bookings, and yesterday we joined the elite. Honestly, with this, we get to know everything Dr. Chau knows. We get to be personal friends with him. It's so much like education because the value, it's way more than what he says. And in my opinion, it's the greatest thing that he's gonna do for everyone in this room. Thank you, Dr. Chau.
And how old are you?
I'm 15.
Let's go. 15 years old, guys. All right. And a single mom as well, and a truck driver. One of the gentlemen there is a truck driver that we have max 6-figure income from. Okay, so I'm sure you have more degrees out there, wazoo, more experience than most of those people out there, right? So why not you, right? And why not now? So highly encourage you, knowing that you can do this. If not just you, for your kids as well, right? I give scholarship to all my student children, nieces, nephew, whatever, because I want to empower the youth. Because my mission is no longer about myself; it's to help 1 million families get financial freedom. Okay, to break generational curses and build generational wealth. Well, in order for me to do that, you gotta start them young, man. Bring your kids in, right? Learn for free from us. Why not? Make a big difference. That's legacy right there. It's not the money you give them. It's the knowledge, it's the connections, the mindset, all the things. Will you agree? For them to build passive income for their own future, right? Imagine that 15 years old kid, where he's going to be in 5 years, 10 years from now, right? He's making more than most adults make now. It's 15. The sky's the limit, right? Okay. Question. Any question put down right now before I dive into other topic here? Being a manager, is this through houses that your company already have? Okay, our company is strictly a coaching mentorship company. Okay, we can show you how to do this, teach you how to fish, but we're not going to give you the fish. The reason why is if you're looking for a company that give you the fish, you're going to be depending on them. They don't fully show you how to fish. Okay, so we are not a management company. Management company is cool, but I want you to be the management company. I want you to make your money. Okay, we don't just take 20% and just you have to depend on us. No, we're talking about transformation, not just making some money here. Okay, I'm going to show you the whole business in a box of how to do this business the right way the first time, and to within your first 6 months to a year, make at least 10 houses, make you 20, 30K a month. Travel around the world, retire early. That's what I'm going to share with you. Okay. So anyway, we're going to show you how to get those houses. When you know what to do, how to communicate, what to say, it's pretty easy. But you know, it's easy after you do it for like, 10 years like I did. Okay. So, but I'm going to make it easy for you. Okay. I'm going to share what we have learned with you. Okay. All right. Do you have the data of the company? Actually 15 years now. But anyway, for the data of the company that do you connect with the actual accounting? Okay. Good question. So we have the data of the companies, the platform, I should say, or the agencies that connect to the companies. We do. Okay. We don't have individual companies. Now that's something I want to make very clear, because we can show you how to do it, where to fish, how to fish, tell them how to fish, but we will not catch the fish for you. Okay. Because if we do that already, I mean, why? Like, what's the point? Like, we can just, like, we're already doing that, but we're gonna show you how to do it, to get it, so that way we're gonna make it as easy as possible for you. We're gonna give you all of our connections, everything that we have for the past 10 years collectively, but you gotta do some of the work. All right, sounds good? All right, so please, but it's gonna be like maximize the result, minimize our input. That's always been my model. Okay, so you're looking at a 4-hour work week here. How many here can commit to a 4-hour work week to make 6-figure income? Okay, if you don't, then you're in the wrong place. Okay, if you're looking for completely passive, nothing's completely passive income. I would first want to tell you that. Okay, so this is not. It's just magic button and you make money. That's not anybody tell you that, otherwise you want to run. Okay, you don't want to walk, you want to run away from them. Okay, this takes some work, 4 hours, maybe 8 hours in the beginning, 10 hours max, right? To learn the process. After you get it down, about 4-hour work week. Sounds good? And you can travel around the world to do this with. Manage it from your laptop, your phone. And you guys, you gotta be so grateful for what we have at this moment, because before this, 10 years ago, this doesn't exist in the history of the world. Can you believe it? There's no way you can able to do what we do now, travel around the world, make money off of your iPhone, right? And work a few hours a week, make more than doctors make. There's no way. It doesn't exist thousands of years now. Because of technology, because of everything that we have, you're able to do this. So there's a reason why we have met today, and I believe in divine connection. I'm a believer, Christian. So take advantage of that. You hear that story about, some people are drowning, they pray to God, and God's like, God sent them a speedboat. And they're like, oh, God will save me. Okay, say no to the speedboat. Okay, and then God sent them a yacht. And they're like, oh, no, I'm waiting for God to save me, okay? And then I was like, okay, maybe I send them a helicopter. They would be okay. Okay, God sent them a helicopter. And you know what they said? No, let's wait for God. Okay, so what's the point of sending you more stuff? Just keep saying no, okay? So that's the one thing I learned about Sir Richard Branson, right? And all these billionaires is when you're first starting out, you gotta learn how to say yes to more opportunity and testing out and see what works for you. Then you say no. Okay, you just gotta give it out, give it a shot. The biggest regrets of the people in their deathbed, 80, 70, and my wife been a nurse for 15 years. She managed over 1,000 employees at one point, take care of hundreds of thousands of elderly. She would tell me the biggest regrets of all these seniors is not what they have done, is more of what they have not done, and all the things that they could have done that they didn't do. Okay, they could wonder what if. Don't do that to yourself, guys. Just give it a go. Learn from it, make it happen. You never know. You might strike gold. You might be the one business you've been looking for, the one idea, the one connection that you've been looking for. That's why we're here. Okay, so 90% of success is mindset, very much. Okay. With your method, contacting landlord, you still experience many no's before yes. Great question. It's always an 80-20 rule in everything that you do. You cannot get everything 100%, okay? 80-20. 80 will say no, 20 will say yes. It's a rule, it's a law, okay? And if you get really good at it, you're gonna get like, 70-30, or something like that. You get 30 yeses instead of 80 no's, instead of 20 yeses, you see? But it is, if you can get 80-20, guys, you can make 100 phone calls. Will you? Make 100 phone calls, get 20 people to say, landlord to say, yes, I'm interested. And out of the 20% of that will entertaining the process. And out of that, you get one that is serious and close the deal. But that one is all you need to make $2,000 a month, $20,000 a year. Okay, you do that 10 times, you make $200,000 right there. So you're literally 1,000 phone calls away from getting your financial freedom the rest of your life. We all make those 1,000 phone calls. I mean, come on, guys. Like, this is way easier than traditional real estate. You know how many phone calls they have to make to get one deal in traditional real estate, finding distressed property, getting cussed out of? Because who in their right mind would sell their property for 50% of the value? Because they gotta be desperate. They gotta have a big, the big D word in their life, multiple D word, whatever, right? So you don't want that, right? You don't want to make thousands of phone calls like traditional real estate, wholesaling, and all of that to get a deal done. No, you're contacting landlord who already have the property and looking to rent for you, who already want to rent, some of them are desperate. So when you call and tell them that, oh my God, you're my savior, right? So that's why it's so easy to do this compared to traditional real estate. Does that make sense? So that's where mindset come in. That's what I'm talking about, okay? Trust me, guys. I mean, making that 100 phone calls, is so much easier than going to school for 8 years like I did, okay? Survive off dollar menu, sleeping on basement, freezing cold for 8 years, study 60 hours a week to make what, 10K a month to 15K a month max, working 40, 50 hours a week, slaving away. Okay, you ever feel like it's a modern like slavery? That's what it is, guys. Is working the plantation. Okay, and after, my wife would tell you she was director of 1,000 employees at one point. They don't care about you guys. When it's all said and done, they just care about the numbers. That's it. You're just a number to them. Okay, but this, you can create your own business. You can create a generation of wealth. What would that be worth to you and your family? Okay, only you can answer that, guys. Only you can answer that, guys. Okay, for me, it's priceless. I've been free for the past 7 years, travel around the world since I was 33. And I mean, in my 30s, able to do all of this and retire my mom and dad. Oh, I wouldn't trade that for anything, right? I wouldn't trade that for anything. Okay, so highly recommend you guys do this yourself. So links here in the chat, guys. If you want to learn more, that's the best thing is to apply for our mentorship. Okay, a one-on-one. You get a free one-on-one with me if you are qualified, and I will dive into detail. Where I want to know in that call where you at, where you want to go, what's your biggest challenges, what's been holding you back, what's your dream, so that way I can help you, right? So, I mean, with that being said, links in chat, guys. That's it. That's your next step, okay? Okay, so I'm going to go into more detail about corporate housing now. Okay, you ready? Okay, the length of stay is the biggest difference too with corporate housing, all right? So they usually stay for months instead of days, like we said. And operation, a lot less management. We did the math, it's like $500 more to manage a vacation rental because supplies every time, you know, managing the cleaners every time, all of that, versus doing a corporate housing, insurance housing, right? All right. Yeah, we did the math. I mean, it's crazy how much you you save, literally thousands of dollars just from switching over. I mean, and lost a lot of headache, you know, and income predictability. I know a lot of vacation rental, a lot of Airbnb, young kids, you know, guru these days show you they make like 10K a month per property. Well, they don't show you that they only make that 3 months out of the year. Okay, the rest of the year they gotta pay, you know, to cover the loss of that, right? So, I mean, corporate clients are so much more stable, guys. So much more stable because there's a longer lease term agreement, right? And these are professionals. These are corporate professionals. These are companies. These are insurance housing companies, right? All the vacationers. They are tourists. They're travelers. They are, you know, people who want to have fun. Families on vacation, right? These are, you know, with the corporate clients, it's 9 day, okay? They don't want to lose their job, so they're not going to do anything stupid, okay? Just put it plain and simple, okay? With vacationer, of course, they want to have fun, they can do something crazy, and that's just normal, okay? All right, so let's go move for this. Occupancy profitability. A lot of people say short-term rental, you get, you know, you get more dollar per night, but they don't see that they only occupy 40-50% of the time. Midterm corporate housing occupy 80-90% of the time with 80-90% extension rate. Because here's the question: do you know any company corporate projects and construction that actually finish on time? You know, very rarely. Okay, especially construction, right? So that's why 90% of the time they will extend. And versus vacation, you know, most of the time people don't extend their vacation that much, okay? And even if they do, it's not that much anyway. Like it's like catching small fish. I'm talking about catching whales here that will feed you for months at a time. For months at a time, right? Okay. So the fast method, I'm gonna go over this real quick. How to find the right location. 3 H's, write that down. Highways, hospitals, and hotels. Highways, hospitals, and hotel. When two highways intersect, where money flow, attention flow, okay? The government put down trillions of dollars to build a highway. There's a reason for that, okay? And if you look at closely, the hospitals and hotel usually will congregate around where two highways intersect. Where two highways intersect, hospital will build $1 billion hospital. Hotel will build $100 million hotel. Why? Because they understand that where attention flow, money flow. You get it? So if your property is close to the 3 H's, two highway intersection, there's hospital close by, there's high-end hotels close by. That's caveat too, it's not the Motel 6, okay? A little bit at least decent hotel, right? You're in pretty much a good chance of a good location. And the number one rule in real estate is location, 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 right? And then how do you ask the landlord to sublease, okay? Why would they give them your property? Because we understand their pain points. The pain point of the landlord is what? Eviction, maintenance, and no profit, okay? But with us, we can pretty much show them, hey, corporate housing, they pretty much like guarantee rent. I mean, it's incredible, right? And not only that, you can leverage our network of hundreds of our members, hundreds of properties, combined 20 years experience. You do it as a team, guys. That's the most important thing I want to share with you, okay? Is there's no one man, one woman can be 100 men, 100 women, okay? So if you don't, the reason why most entrepreneurs fail, especially in this business, they think it's a one man, one woman show, and they go out, they try to do it, and they don't get it because, you know, they have a lot of people saying, hey, I mean, you are one, like they're gonna ask your experience. Let's say you don't do this with us, they're gonna ask you, hey, you know, Liz, Gloria, Karen, I like you guys, but how many of these have you guys done, right? You're gonna be like, oh, this is your first one. So, you know, Deborah, Thyroid, donor. You know, if it's your first one, what are your chances of landing the client? Very zero, right? But here's the pitch. You ready? We are a part of a nationwide corporate housing network. We have done hundreds of these deals, hundreds of properties. Here's our website. Here's our partner website. And not only in this area, we can do it in other states. So you have property, you have client, let us know. Boom. And now we're interviewing them to see if they are probably qualified for what we do. You get the difference? That's the biggest thing, because it does take a village, right? It does take a tribe, and a team will always be one person. Even if you're Michael Jordan, even you Kobe Bryant, even if you are, you know, whoever, you name it, right? Messi, right? You cannot be an entire team playing by yourself. So if you don't have a team, you don't have a tribe, join us. We already have it. Unless you want to spend the next 10 years building it like we have, it's a long time. Good luck with that one. All right. So we have students nationwide in almost every major state, major city. Even just on our coaching call earlier, before here, we have people from California, we have people in New York, we have Florida in the house, we have Atlanta in the house. I mean, everywhere, right? If you don't have a property, leverage their property. If you don't have a client, leverage their clients. Partner up, you know, think bigger, right? Community is the key. The team, the aspect of that, you cannot replace that unless you already have access to it by us, okay? And then set up to stand out. Oh, and by the way, why would landlord give you this? Because when you ask for sublease, you're gonna say, hey, what if I will clean the property every few months, we pay for it. Any maintenance under $200 a month, we pay for it, okay? And we have corporate clients who no eviction for the past 10 years. No crazy vacation rental partying, right? All we ask for is the right to sublet the property. That's it. Would you be open to a conversation? Boom. Why not? Of course, the landlord will want that. Does that make sense? They'd be crazy if they don't want that, right? You're solving their biggest issue, okay? And you manage the property for them pretty much for free. You know, I mean, comparing to what they make, you know, if the house generating $4,000 a month before and they're making $400, you come in, corporate clients will pay double the market rent, by the way, double the market rent, get that in your head. So instead of 4,000, you gain them 8,000. So is it all right if you make 20% of the 8,000, which is 1,600, and they still make more than 4,000? It's like free management for them. That's how you explain it to them, okay? All right, time to corporate clients. All right, here's the formula. First month rent, first month deposit, or 5 to 7K, depending on where you're at in the country. You can either buy the furniture, 7 to 9K, or even rent the furniture. You charge them 2 times the rent, plus or minus utilities. That's 200% return. On average, you make $2,000 to $3,000 per month per property, okay? So if you want 10 to 15K a month, that's only 5 properties. If you do 1 property a month, that's 5 months you get there. 2 properties a month, you get there in 3 months. How many here 10 to 15K a month will change your life, right? How many here getting there in 3 months will be better than 30 years or 10 years to traditional way? Exactly, you hear what I'm saying? We have students who've done 5 in the first 30 days with us. So the sky is the limit, guys. I want to limit you guys, okay? If you want 20 to 30K, do 10 property, do 2 properties a month. 5 months from now, you get 10, 20 to 30K. Make sense? Now, if you don't have a lot of money, there's zero money down strategy too. You can have initial expenses 0 because you can manage or co-host the property. Make sense? The landlord pay for the furniture or even rent the furniture. You don't have to. You charge them 2 times the rent plus or minus utilities. It's infinite return because you don't have to put any money down. You guys get it? So now with the co-hosting or management, you make less. You make about $1,000 a month, easy math, to $1,600 a month per property. However, it's passive income. Remember that, okay? So you do 10 of these, you make 6 figures like doctors make. But the difference is doctor go to work for 50 hours a week like I did, slaving away, stressing out their mind and could lose my job, my license at any time. You over here have 10 houses, make you money in your sleep. Okay, that's the difference. You get it? Maybe you manage it here and there for a few hours a week. Who got a better deal? You guys get it? Okay? And even if you lose one of them for whatever reason, it burned down, even whatever. I mean, it's only 10% of your income. You still have 90% of your income. You get it? But if you're a doctor, lawyer, accountant, engineer, all these professionals, and I was one, and if you make one mistake, you can lose your license. You know, the job downsize. AI is hacking everything. You know that. What are you gonna do? Even government employees are not safe anymore. Okay, so you gotta have a sense of urgency to do this. Okay, please don't be one of those people who lose a job or something and then it's too late. Okay, while you have it, make this work. Build up. You wanna build this so at least you replace your income within the next 6 months, and you'll be free. Okay, or better yet, double your income in the next 6 months. Then you can be really free. Okay, sounds good, right? Yeah. So there you go. All right. So to dive deeper into each situation, each person is different. That's why we have a consultation call for the individual. So the link's in the chat. You wanna join us, and for those watching on my social media and other site, you can send us a DM and we can send you the link to book. Okay, but 5 hours, 5 spots. I only have to 5 hours, so take advantage of that, and the spots fill up very, very quickly. Okay, how you co-hosting? Understanding the profit is very important. Okay, so for traditional rental, it's about 3,000. You can sublease it for double the market rent, so about 6,000, for example. 20% to you, so you make 1,200, right? Utility vacancy, net rent to the owner at 3,700, which means the owner is now making $700 more than before. Remember, most long-term landlords only make about 10% of traditional rent. So they used to make 300, now they're making 1,000. You see the difference? You are tripling their cash flow. So you become their best friends very much because you are tripling their cash flow. You guys get me? Is that incredible? Why? Because we're solving landlord's problem. What are they? People squatted their property, eviction take time and money, maintaining the property, fixing toilets and all that, no profit. When we manage the corporate clients, there's 0 evictions. Again, the community of hundreds of members, double or triple their profit. You see? Boom. Right? Who in here doesn't want that? You see the difference? So it's a no-brainer when you pitch this to a landlord if they have any common sense, and if you pitch it the right way with the right communication and you have us to back you up, it's really a no-brainer. Then you pick and choose your clients. Does that make sense? So that's why it works. The pitch to landlord is this: how would you like to double or triple your cash flow while I do all the work? Boom. You only need a couple landlords to achieve financial freedom. Remember that. Don't give up. Okay? That's the pitch. I mean, who doesn't want to have double or triple their cash flow or somebody else do all the work? Right? Exactly. You guys make sense? So there you go. I see Monica over here taking notes. I like that. Shout out to Monica. There you go. You know, that's serious stuff right there. You know, that this is your life we're talking about, or at least 2. Looks, that's awesome, right? You only need a couple of landlords. That's it, guys. You get your freedom. Okay? How many here willing to flipping over all these cars, all the tons, you know, or kiss the frogs until you find your prince? Okay? I know it's cheesy, but hey, you just need a couple of landlords to get financial freedom. And we're not talking about like wholesaling where you're buying distressed property where you're making thousands of phone calls to get one. No. I have students who do like just a few phone calls and they get a deal. Like it's just crazy, you know. But hey, even if you do the 100 phone calls to get a deal, so what? After your first like 3 or 4 landlords, the rest will come from referral because you're going to be their best friend, pretty much their best and last tenant, right? Okay. So arbitrage financial freedom. Month 1, you do 1 property, make 2K a month. Month 2, you do 2 more. Month 3, you do 2 more. Now you're at 10K. Month 6, you have 12, 11 property, make you 20 something K. Month 12, you have 20 something property, make you 40, 50K. There you go. That's it. Just adding on, reinvesting your business, scale to your freedom, whatever that number is, okay? Now with co-hosting, if you do the same, you're gonna make less, but remember, there's not much risk involved with co-hosting or management, right? There's zero money down strategy, very much. So with co-hosting or management, you can do even 3 properties a month, you know, and that will land you in 12 months over 34,000 a month. Right? Numbers show you everything. That's 400K a year, guys. That's more than most surgeons make, and you're only working a few hours a week. Isn't that incredible or what? I mean, right? Okay. So why us? We are the oldest coaching community for midterm rental corporate housing that's been around for the longest time. Okay. We are definitely one of the OG. Our advisor, graduate of our network. We're one of the largest nationwide corporate housing network in America as well. So you have students, we have connections in almost every major state, every major city, right? And with that, we're here to help you. We're here to work as a team, you know, and you're here to expand your business in other states, in other cities. You're not just here, right? So you can partner up with other students in other states, you know, and they can partner up with you, vice versa. You know, these are our students with a professional website that will help to create, as you can see, in almost every major state, every major city, all the way from the East Coast to the West Coast to the Mid Coast, whatever, right? Here you go. So what does it look like to work with us? Number 1, get rid of any fears or limiting belief that hold you back from your success. The biggest thing that hold you back is not anybody out there, guys. It's the enemy from within. It's yourself. You know that, right? So if I can get you to believe in you yourself and get more of the will-do person, you know, and kick the loser, you know, person inside yourself, every single day is a constant battle with that, right? And you know that, okay? But when you can believe and you can see other people's success, why not you? Why not now? There's no difference between you and them, right? If one person can do it, I know I can do it. If 10 people can do it, I know I can definitely do it. If 100 people can do it, I have shown you that I have less degree than you, have less experience than you, have less whatever than you, then why not you? Why not now? You get it? I mean, come on, you know, just do it, right? The biggest fear is fear itself. That's it, you know? You overcome that, the world is your oyster. I mean, and then step 2, we will help you do the fast methods. You can start your business right away, and then we'll give you weekly mentorship. How many here want to have weekly mentorship? Very small group, you know, handful of people, where every week we go over every single deal. You get to see other people deal, and you get to land deals, you get to close deal, you know. Literally before this call, I was on a coaching call, 2 of my students getting 2 deals, literally within the first month with us, literally. And both of them have bookings already. You know, one of them for double the market rent that will stay for 2 months, the other one for 3 months, just like that. You see, that's why weekly mentorship will really help you. All right. Okay, so let me see any questions out there, which I'll play with you one more video here. Great question. Is good credit required? It's not a requirement, but it definitely can help, okay? It definitely can help when you apply or talk with the landlord. But however, you develop good communication skills, you talk with the landlord enough, and you can show them the success with us, you can leverage our success, shoot. They might not even check your credit, okay? So that's what we're talking about, okay? So here's another video here while you put in any other last questions you have, then we'll close it out, okay?
I want to introduce somebody very special, amazing, awesome student who's working 50 hours a week with 2 little kids. It really blows my mind how working moms can also build a side business that within months able to make 6-figure income. Now she has 20 properties, 20 corporate housing, generating more than doctors make. And also travel. She travels, take vacation almost every single month. I'm just so happy and grateful to have her here. It's Coach Ann.
Hi guys, I'm Ann. To be correct, I'm actually having 21 properties. It wasn't that I'm taking vacation every month, but actually every week. I wouldn't be able to do all that without doing the corporate housings.
I've been following Dr. Chau for a long time on Instagram because for me, I'm thinking if I'm going to invest, I want to make sure that I invest wisely because I worked hard for my money, right? And so I've been following Dr. Chau for a long time. Our life has just been so much easier with corporate housing. With our one house for the last months, we've spent honestly the entire time 5 hours within these last 5 months. So an hour a month, guys, honestly.
What I like is the access. Having access to Dr. Chau, the coach. I got his phone number. I can call him for anything. You gotta make time or get on their schedule, but Dr. Chau is ready to answer my call if I need it. I haven't yet, but I have faith and know that he will pick up. So that's a big bonus. I tested him. When I say test him, I test his character, and that's what I like about Dr. Chau. He's a real guy. That's why I appreciate Dr. Chau and the program. So
it has been a learning experience for us because it's a whole new business. We also come from corporate America, college and real estate. All of that was completely new for us. I had a hard time with making the phone calls, but you guys said, it's just important to just go for it and make the calls. And we did. We jumped on it, started making phone calls. And after that, it really only took 2 or 3 phone calls. We got our first property in September. We went to go meet the property owner, and he's like an investor. And when he met us right away, we introduced ourselves, met him in person, shook his hand. Felt like we were family. He never did a background check on us, credit check, nothing. He signed the lease that night. Definitely a blessing. And then we had our house listed within 2 weeks after that. He actually referred us to an investor friend. So our second property that we got, they offered it to us. We listed it on a Wednesday, and by Friday we had 3 inquiries, and it's booked for 3 months now. This house that we got now, we rent it for $1,895, I think. With the insurance, we're charging $4,200 per month.
We have faith in this program, and we're happy with the coaches. Been really great to us. We're excited to get our 3rd and 4th property by the end of the year, hopefully. Let's go.
Within the first month of joining the program, we had a baby. The next month, we onboarded 3 houses. What is your excuse? Let's get on board.
So last year, Kathy went to our event like this, just sitting in your seat. She had one property where she was struggling with short-term rental, blah, blah, blah. And now fast forward a year now, how many properties you have now? 6. On average, $2K a month for properties. You're making 6-figure income, man, in 1 year.
Right now, I have 3 properties.
Awesome. And how much you make average per property per month?
About 3 to 3.5 per property.
$3,000 to $3,500 per property. So, man, you were killing it. And those 3 properties making you almost $10K a month.
I started my program last September. I started with nothing, had just enough money to get 1 house. Now I'm at 9 houses. I took 5 houses last October. My gross annual right now per month is about $65,000 a month.
This is one of the best masterminds I've been to. I've formed a lot of great relationships, partnerships, just from this one weekend. Better concepts of how to do this business, what to say, how to do it, who to do it with, who not to do it with.
Thank you, Dr. Chau. Thank you for this event. I felt truly at home.
Okay.
My heart is in peace. I trust. I felt understood.
All right, guys, sounds good. Okay. Any other questions here we have? If not, let's finish this strong here. Any other last questions here, guys? Who does the cleaning? Do you have a cleaner or just clean when they leave? Yeah, just clean when they leave every 3 to 6 months. Of course, we have cleaners that we use, right? So it's a lot less management though, that's for sure. A ton less. Okay, any other questions here? Not do this last exercise with me, okay? And I'll save this link, book a call you haven't ready. If not, then save this link, but look forward to helping you. Put your hand on your heart, okay? Close your eyes. Imagine it's 6 months, a year from now, and you are making X amount of income a month passively from this. Whether it's 10K a month, 20K a month, or some of my members make 40, 50K a month, you can do this as well, whatever that number for you. Say, I am so happy and grateful now that I am earning 20,000 a month, 30,000 a month right now with 10 different houses, corporate housing houses. And I'm able to take care of my family, take care of my loved one, whoever it is for you. Imagine their faces being so happy to be able to be with you, to be able to go on the beach with you, to be able to watch the sunset, to be able to go to Paris, like we said earlier, to Dubai, to whatever, to Cancun, to Santorini, to Costa Rica for 3 months, whatever, right? We've done all of that. You can do it too. What would it be like for you to take that? All expenses paid, you know, luxury 5-star resort all the way, beautiful mansion overlooking the water, the ocean, on the beach, whatever it is, in the mountains. How you feel? Feel good, huh? Imagine the faces saying thank you. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Dad. Thank you. Your son and daughter say thank you. Your spouse said, honey, I'm proud of you. You made it. You got us here, and it's the best time of our life. How you feel, how you react, how you respond. What would be like if you have the wildest dream come true? Because we get life beaten out us so much that we forget to dream again. But like Rocky said, it's not how hard life beat you down, it's how you can get up and get moving forward. That's how winning is done, okay? Coward make excuses is not, that's not you, okay? I love Rocky, right? So, imagine that for you. What would that mean to leave a legacy when you're gone from this earth? What you want to remember by? Your grandkids either talk, hey, grandpa and grandma, she lived a life of quiet desperation, nothing to show for. Or, hey, grandpa and grandma transform our entire generation. And they were the first one to have their own business that will have generational wealth. They were the first one to create this corporate housing business that have 10 houses, 20, 30 houses by now, and give us generational passive income so that way we can pursue whatever we want to pursue. Not for the money, but because for our passion, right? To help others, whatever it is for you. All right? So hold this thought and count down with me. Put the hand in fist and count down 10 to 1. And then celebrate as if nothing unstoppable. You are unstoppable, okay? So unmute yourself right now. Stand up, shake yourself up, and then celebrate, okay? After you finish, count down with me. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Come on, guys, let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Celebrate! Yes, yes,
Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for your favor. Thank you for your favor.
Come and join
Hallelujah.
us.
Thank
Come
you,
and join us.
Lord.
Come and join us.
Thank you, Jesus.
Awesome.
Hallelujah,
All
Lord.
right.
Thank
See
you.
you
Thank
guys.
you.
Hallelujah.
Thank
Yes,
you.
yes, yes, yes. See you guys on the
Thank
call.
you,
Next one. Take care,
Lord.
guys. God bless. All right. Send us a DM. Bye bye.
Thank
Love
you.
it. Love it.
Thank you.